Hi everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Cricket. Before I get into the recipe, I wanted to say a quick thank you to a very good friend who sent me these aprons in the mail, and they're handmade. Ain't they so cute? Thank you so much. I love them. Alright, let me tell you what we're going to make. We're going to be making some cheese pennies, or cheese crackers, and I've got the recipe for this out of my King Arthur flour bread book. So I'm going to take 8 ounces of cheddar cheese, and you can use cheddar cheese, you can use fresh Asiago cheese, but I have cheddar cheese in the house. So I have my grater blade on my food processor. Alright, so I'm going to pour this out, put in this blade, and then we'll continue. Okay, I don't know if I told you that was an 8-ounce block of shredded cheese, 2 cups. Alright, in our food processor, we're going to add 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 stick of butter, that's a 1/2 cup. We're going to add 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and I'm using kosher salt. We're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of dried mustard and 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, the red ground pepper. Y'all know me, I don't like that much spice. The 1/8 teaspoon, it says it's kind of discernible, but up to 1/4 it can be quite pungent. So I'm adding just a dash. 1/8 is a dash, and that's just half of a 1/4. And now we're going to put our cheese in here. And we're going to blend this together, kind of pulsing it along the way until it forms, till it comes together, forms a ball. If you can't get it to do that, you can add just a little bit, like a teaspoon of water at a time. But you want this dough to be very stiff. And that's only if the dough doesn't seem to come together. Then you'll add a little bit of water. Alright, it's starting to come together. See, I can mash it together and it stays. Didn't even have to add any water. So this is ready. Let me clear this off and I'll bring you back. I'm going to lightly flour my clean surface. We're going to bring this all together, and then we're going to work it into a log, around 15-16 inch log, and about 1.5 inches in diameter. Alright, I'm going to get some plastic wrap. I'm going to wrap this in plastic wrap, and also that'll help us get this into a smoother log. Just wrap it up tightly, and then you can help. That can help shape it too. So now we're going to put this in the freezer for 30 minutes. If you need to put it in the freezer longer, make sure you let it set out a little bit before you slice it. But this is going in the freezer for 30 minutes to firm up. Alright, I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and I have a baking pan that I've lined with parchment paper, but you don't have to do that. You can just place it in an ungreased baking pan. And to cut this, if you leave it in there longer than 30 minutes, you need to let it rest a few minutes before you try to slice it. Now, if you had a bench knife, that would make it easier to cut. I do, but I use it for wax, so I can't use it for cooking. So I'm going to use a serrated knife, and we're going to cut them to 1/8 of an inch thick. And now we're going to place these about a 1/2 inch apart on the baking sheet. Now I'll get the rest sliced up and bring you back when I get ready to put them in the oven. Alright, I got 2 pans full, and I cut out 53. When you make these, it might be a few more, it might be a few less, depending on how thick you make them. And this is optional. I'm going to sprinkle them with a little bit of paprika. Now again, my oven's at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to cook these for around 12 to 15 minutes, or just until they're beginning to brown. So, and if you're using 2 pans, make sure you rotate the pans halfway through. Alright, mine were in the oven for 15 minutes. So just make sure you check them, and it may take yours a little longer, it might take yours a little less, and it depends on how thick and all you make them. So let these cool in the pan. Oh, here's what the bottom looks like. Let these cool in the pan a few minutes before you place them on a wire rack to cool. Alright, it's time to try one. As soon as I took them out of the oven, while they were still hot on the pan, Ricky wanted to try one, and then he ate 4. So he didn't even wait till they cooled. So now I'm going to try one. Crisp. These are really, really, really good. Just have a little bitty, teeny, tiny kick to them. If you want more spice, you can add a little bit more of the red pepper. But for me, this is enough. And next I'm going to make it with Asiago cheese. So, some good cheddar cheese or Asiago cheese is perfect for these. Me and Ricky decided after he ate, about 4 or 5 of them, these will go great with tuna fish. And tonight I'm making herb roasted pork loin, and I'm going to eat this alongside of it. I think it will go great. And I'm having roasted potatoes. Or just as a snack. Make them for the kids a snack, for an after school snack. It didn't take long to throw together to make. So thanks for watching. I hope you give these a try. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe so you won't miss any upcoming videos. Leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye, y'all.